So after I've done the explanations on the previous speedrun, I thought I would actually go for a proper speedrun for this one. So I'm going to try and do it quickly. So I'm going from A to B inclusively. I've got to count up if A is greater than B. I mean, if B is greater than A, and count down if A is greater than B. So it's like, so what is it? If A is less than B, increase. So if A is less than B, then I'm going to make step equal to 1. Okay, so if A is less than B, I'm going to count up from A to B. Otherwise, I'm going to count down, right? I'm going to say step is equal to -1. Now, I can say for I in range, okay, and I do want to go from A, and I do want to go to B, and I want to go in step. So my variable is step, and my step is going to be -1 or 1. I'm going to use my fancy print function, so I'm going to print I, and then I'm comma end equals open space. And I'm just going to try that without the final print statement and see if it works without a final print statement. So I'm going to run tests. Okay. So it went 8765. So the problem is it needs to go inclusive. And I think in the last lesson I said that it does not automatically go inclusive. So I'm going to add step to my B, okay, so that it goes all the way up to B, because range does not give you a list inclusive of the second parameter there. And there we go. Okay, I'm just going to demonstrate so you can see what that does. So I'm going to run that. Let's say I go 100 to 80. Yeah, because 100 is greater than 80, it's going to set step to -1. So it's going to go 199, So I run that again, but this time positive. Let's say 10 to 30. Boom, 10 after 30. Bob's your uncle, Francesca's your uncle's girlfriend. So we'll submit that. Boom. So trying to do a real speed run now. I should probably, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to, you know what? For the purposes of speedrun demonstrations, I'm going to copy that. I don't suggest you copy it because I think it's very good to practice typing out code. The more you practice it, the more it's going to kind of become second nature to you and you won't have to look for instructions. Okay, so 10 numbers are given in the input. Read them and print their sum. Use as few variables as you can. Okay, so this looks interesting. As few variables as I can. Okay, so let's say, well, I could just read in 10 numbers. Yeah, but I don't need to do that. I'm going to say sum equals 0. Yeah, and then I'm going to say for I in range 10. Yeah, sum equals sum plus. Oh, sum equals sum plus input. Ooh, there you go. I think I've done that with very few variables. How many variables I've got? I've got one variable with sum, and I've got I as a counter. I'm going to run that. Oh no, I'm going to have to type in 10. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to run that. I'm going to run the test. Oof, what's going on? I forgot to output anything. Okay, so at the end of that, I've got to print out my actual value that I've calculated. Otherwise, it's not going to do anything. Boo! Okay, nice. So by putting this input statement inside my loop, it actually reads the input on a loop, and it's going to do that 10 times because I've made my range up to 10. And you'll see starts at 0 up to 9, reads them all in, outputs 45. Okay, I'm speed running now. I'm speed running. Gotta go quick. Okay, so that was two exercises. Okay, so you can use for loops to read in information as well as just to process information. Okay, n numbers are given in the input. Read them, and so the first line contains the number. Okay, so we've got to read in n. So n is going to be equal to int input right? But then n is going to tell us how many times we need to loop. So we've got to put n into the range of loop. Yeah. And then each of the next lines contains one integer. Print the sum. Okay, I can do that. So sum equals 0. Inside sum equals sum plus int input. So we're putting our input inside, and that should work. Oof. Oh, I still need to actually output it. Come on, dude. Sum. And there we go. And this, the great thing about this is if that first number was anything, if it was 1,000,000, it would loop 1,000,000 times and it would add up all of those values. Blah. Okay, so look at that tiny bit of code. Will add up as many numbers as you could possibly imagine. Nice. You know, I have a feeling something similar might come up in the next one. So I'm gonna cheat, copy and paste my original code. Okay, for the purposes of speed running, of course. Sum of cubes. Which cubes? What are the cubes? For the given integer n, calculate the following sum. So for 3, it's 1 cubed, 2 cubed, up to 3 cubed. Okay, my maths might not be that great, actually. Okay, so what is this? So n is going to be equal to input. Should be second nature now, writing these things. Int input. Okay, so that, and then so we've got to loop n times. So for I in range, do you know what I'm going to go, because it's got to start from 1, right? It's got to start from 1. So I'm going to put 1 as the starting condition. Otherwise, it defaults to 0. It always starts at 0. And then it goes up to n. Is it n inclusive? It is n inclusive. So I'm going to go up to n plus 1. Okay, now, I still need my sum. I set that to 0 to start with. And then inside my loop, sum is going to equal sum, whatever it was previously, plus whatever my counter is, cubed. Now we do that. So if I did that, that would be whatever my counter is times 3. If I use another asterisk or star symbol, it is now whatever I is to the power of 3. Okay. And let's see if that works. Okay, so I'm going to run that. I'm actually going to type in 3. And boom, 36. Nice. I'm going to run it again because I just love how beautifully powerful. So 66. Oh, boom, look at that. Look how many. Okay, I'm going to do, oh, this is going to be silly. Oh, okay. That's how fast computers run, I suppose. I'm going to do something really silly now. Oh, okay. It's taken a little while thinking about it. No, I've broken REPL.it. Oof, no, I haven't. Okay, wow. That's an interesting number with lots of zeros in it. All right, so I think that's it. I think that's done it. Okay, so I've just done 4 in a row. I'm going to do 5 and then I'm going to stop, I think, to keep this speed run nice and short. It's the scrolling that's starting to get annoying. Ooh, factorial. I need to remember my maths. What the hell is factorial? Okay, in mathematics, the factorial of an integer n denoted by n exclamation mark is the following product. 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 up to n. For the given integer n, calculate the value n factorial. Don't use the math module. Well, I don't think I need to be honest. I think I can use the code I've already written. So I think the loop still works. I think this loop is fine, except for now. So sum, I'm going to set sum equal to 1. You'll see why in a moment. And then I'm going to start this 2. And then I'm going to say sum is equal to sum times times I. you know what? I think that's it. I think it's as simple as that. So I wonder what 5 factorial is. I bet it's not very big. Which 120? That's not really bad. What about 25? I wonder what 25 factorial is. Oh, that's very big. Okay, so factorial gets very big very quickly, and that's interesting. Whoa! Look at that. Okay, so I have a feeling that is a very, very, very big number. There we go. Okay, that was speedrun, doing for loops using ranges, a little bit of maths with me, Mr. Denton. Hopefully that is useful.